War is often remembered as chaos. But on this battlefield, it felt different. Everything moved with purpose. Every step, every decision was deliberate. Like a game. A silent, deadly game. Across the field, two armies faced each other. Rows of soldiers stood perfectly aligned, unmoving, waiting. They did not shout. They did not charge blindly. They waited for the first move. And then it began. The front line stepped forward. Not in panic, not in fear, but in perfect synchronization. One step, then another, as if guided by an invisible hand. Behind them, commanders watched closely. Their eyes did not see men. They saw positions, opportunities, sacrifices. "Hold the line," one voice whispered. "Calm. Controlled. Certain." The soldiers obeyed without hesitation. Because in this war, hesitation meant defeat. Soon, the battlefield came alive. Cavalry units moved swiftly across the field, cutting through space at sharp angles. They did not wander. They did not chase. They moved with intention. Each motion was precise. Each path already decided. And then came the thunder. Cannons roared in the distance. The ground trembled beneath invisible force. Smoke filled the air, rolling slowly across the field like a curtain. When it cleared, the first line was gone. No cries. No resistance. Just absence. Still, no one broke formation. Because they understood something deeper than fear. They were not just fighting. They were part of something larger. A strategy, unfolding step by step. Minutes passed. Or perhaps it only felt that way. Time itself seemed to slow, bending around each movement. Another command was given. Advance. And again, the soldiers moved forward. Not to survive, but to create space. To open the path for something greater. From above, the battlefield no longer looked like war. It looked like a pattern. Lines intersecting. Forces shifting. A design slowly revealing itself. Then came the turning point. A group of soldiers stepped forward, knowing they would not return. There was no fear in their movement. Only acceptance. They were not being sent to win. They were being sent to be lost. And yet, without them, the next move would not exist. As they disappeared into the smoke, a silence followed. Not emptiness, but consequence. Far behind the lines, a single figure stood still. Watching. Calculating. Waiting. He did not rush. He did not react. Because he already knew. Every piece had a purpose. Even in sacrifice. Now, he said quietly. And everything changed. Units shifted across the field with sudden clarity. Paths that were once blocked opened. The enemy hesitated, just for a moment.
Hold the line!
But in a game like
Every
this,
move matters.
a moment is all it takes. The formation
Advancing
tightened.
forward, sir.
The lines closed in. What once felt like endless space became a trap. Step by step, the battlefield shrank. The enemy tried to reposition, tried to regain control. But it was already too late. Every direction led to the same outcome. Pressure. Containment. End. One final movement. Slow. Inevitable. The last unit stepped forward. Not with speed. Not with force. But with certainty. And in that moment, the entire battlefield fell silent. No more movement. No more commands. Only realization. This is where it ends. The words were not shouted. They didn't need to be. Because everyone already understood. The game was over. Not because one side was stronger, but because one side saw further. From above, the battlefield now rested in stillness. What once was chaos was now order. What once was war was now a finished pattern, a final arrangement. Perfect. Unavoidable. Checkmate. And just like that, it was over.
Victory
But the
is
silence
not
that
force.
followed
It is strategy.
carried something deeper. Not victory, not defeat, but understanding. That war is not always decided by strength. Sometimes it is decided by the move you make before the battle even begins.